Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I'm Tina. Sitting too close. So today is my wrap-up video for March and my What's Up video for April, where I talk about what I read in March and what I'm going to read in April, if you didn't figure that out. I also like to call this video Tina's Poor Book Synopses because I can never remember what anything is about. So, March was a fine month, I guess. We took the kids to Ottawa for March break, which was really fun. My aunt lives up near there, and we took them to the Museum of History, which was really good, except my little one bolted through the exhibits, so I got a very snapshot look at everything, and I didn't notice that there was like a Canadian Impressionist like mini gallery there until we were leaving, and the kids were like tired and flipping out, and so I didn't get to look at it, and I was devastated because I love Impressionism. Anyway, woe is me. Woe is me. No, it was very lovely though to spend a few days up at my aunt and uncle's house, and their house is so lovely, and they're so lovely. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you what I read this month, in order of least enjoyed to most beloved. So let's start with Blob by Maggie Sue. So if you want to see how we really felt about this book in the Interstellar Book Club, you can watch us tear it apart on Steph at Coffee Over Apples' channel, because all of us found this book absolutely infuriating. We just couldn't tell who it was for or what it was trying to say, because it seemed like it had like some points, but then yeah, I don't know. Check out the video. It's pretty fun. And then Death Meets Cute is the next on my list because I just couldn't connect with this one. I didn't feel the romance. I didn't really feel the world building. It was very cozy and cute, but yeah, it was just like, didn't work for me. And then The Abyss. So this is a classic sci-fi, or two classic sci-fis technically, because it's a novella collection of two novellas. The first one was fine. The last novella was a little more interesting, about a alien monster living in a basement. And then The Fourth Wife. So this is a historical fiction horror set in Utah in the late 1800s. Follows a young Mormon woman as she's forced to marry a man who already has 3 wives, and she moves into his house, and things start to happen. Then what we know so far is this is a very kind of modern poetry collection. It's just kind of about how, words and the human world kind of interconnect, and it's very much based heavily on allusions and references to things, and so yeah, I thought it was interesting. Then It Came from the Floodwater, which is an eldritch vampire horror book about an apartment building of people who are being hunted by a monster. Then we have Wolfworm, about a woman who goes to live in a manor house to become a watercolor illustrator for this scientist, and when she gets there, a bunch of weird stuff starts happening, as one would expect. And then Wolvers, this was an absolutely beautiful novel about a man who is on a revenge to kill some wolves that ruined his life, but then he realizes that wolves are not the problem, and he becomes more of a protector of the wilderness. But there is the company that hired him initially to deal with these wolves sends someone else, and the man is now also part of the unfinished business. And so it's more of it's kind of an adventure. It's not really an action, but it has a very environmentalist bent, and the wolves in the book are absolutely amazing. They are just so well written. They felt like real animals, yet they also had little personalities and stuff. It's really, really well done. It's like a contemporary Western. And then Steel Gods by Richard Swan. This is book 2 in the Great Silence trilogy or series, whatever. And if you liked book 1, you will definitely like book 2. It's more of the same great fun stuff. And then I'm going to get rid of my sequels can't get the favorite rule, because that's a dumb rule. I don't know why I ever started doing that. And I'm giving my favorite book of the month to The Faith of Beasts. This is the second book in the Captives War. Wow, I'm remembering something. Series or trilogy, whatever. The first book was The Mercy of Gods. I adored this book. I liked it better than the first one. I thought it was so good. I couldn't put it down the whole time. It has so many tropes and so many interesting things about sci-fi that I love, and I just adored this book to no end. Oh, and I'm still reading this book. I'm listening to an audiobook called Goliath for the Interstellar Book Club. Yeah, I'm just finding it a bit slow. I'm hard to follow the trajectory. I'm kind of hard. It's hard for me to go back to it. I think there's nothing really compelling about it for me. So I'm going to try to finish it for the book club, but I don't know. Now, this month is going to be a challenge because I have some monster-sized books. There's also going to be a lot of SPSFC 5 books, probably all lumped together near the end of the month. I have I have not started reading them yet, except for one of them, and I have to read them all by May 11th, so we'll have to see. I also have a really anticipated book on here that I'm so excited for. But to start off, the first book I'm going to review probably tomorrow if I, get my acting gear and actually post it properly, which I have to because I'm not going to post it on like Good Friday or whatever because we have family stuff we have to do. So I am going to post it on Thursday. I'm going to post it tomorrow. I promise. And it is called We Burn So Bright by TJ Klune. So this is here's bothering me. So this is a road trip, the world is going to end kind of book. A black hole is coming and it is sucking everything up. And so this old gay couple, they're so sweet. They have this RV and they're going from Maine to Washington State to do some unfinished business that they have there. And so it's kind of road trippy in the sense that, yeah, there's like interesting people that they meet along the way. It is definitely not cozy, but I will talk about that in my review. And then we've got The Cataphract Oath. So this is a sci-fi book technically, but having read the whole thing, yeah, it's the next book I'm going to review after We Burn So Bright, so I have finished it already. It is more of a fantasy, I would argue, so I don't know how that's going to impact my ranking of it for the competition, but I really enjoyed it, and it is about giant mech machines, but it's set in like a kind of like a Victorian-ish kind of setting. It's fun. And then there's Run Like Hell, another SPSFC book, and this is about a person whose best friend, I think, gets murdered, and so they have to survive this kind of like gangster underbelly. It's very much a cyberpunky kind of book. Then we have The Last Contract of Isako by Fonda Lee, not Jane Fonda. Oh my god. This book is about, I'm assuming, a mercenary on a job. I can't remember. It just sounded really cool when I first saw the book on NetGalley. Then we have the book I'm so excited about, and this is Demon's Rage. So I reached out to Ben Galley, one of the authors of the series, and was like, can I have an early EPUB and I will do an early review for you? I basically begged him. And he said yes, and I was like, best day of my life. So I'm getting started on reading that pretty much right away. So it's the sequel to the Demon's Rage, or the Bloodwood saga, and so I have them up here. And yeah, they're big chonkers, so I'm going to be reading through that probably quite quickly because my boyfriend Red Eye is in it and I want to see if he lives or dies. He better not die or I'll cry. So next we have The Girl in the Tomb, which is a like mech AI have taken over the world kind of post-apocalyptic thing. And then we have Artificial Selection, I think. I can't remember. I just wrote artificial on my list here. I have a list of the titles, so because obviously I can't remember all of these, just like off the top of my head. And this one is a sci-fi like mystery, and so I'm very excited for that one. I love a good mystery. And then Our Simulated Selves. This is one of those like living in virtual reality kind of stories. So we have a nice wide swath of different sci-fi for the competition books anyway. Then there's Syncopation, which is a poetry collection, and this one is it's like one of those ones that's a continuous story throughout, so I guess like a sequence of poems, and so it has a beautiful cover. I'm going to be reading Lagrange 5, which is a sci-fi mystery again, set on a space station. This is from the 70s, and so I actually kind of I brought this one to Ottawa with me. I don't know why, because I'm going to be reviewing it at the end of the month, and I started reading it, and I'm about 50 pages in, I'm like, this book is really good. I really like this one. So it has some interesting stuff in it, though, lots to talk about, which is great, because the worst is when I get old school sci-fi, and I'm just like, there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing weird, there's nothing problematic I can rant about, there's nothing funny, where this one has a lot of stuff. And then The Temptation of Charlotte North, which is a historical fiction horror, and I can't remember what it's about. It's clearly about a woman being tempted by something, probably the demons or something, the things that are always tempting me, the demons. And then we have for the Interstellar Book Club, The Left Hand of God. Dog. Oh, wow. I am exhausted today. I think I said that in my other review the other day, too, that I was exhausted because I'm filming these on the same day. Anyway, Left Hand of Dog. I don't know what it's about. It's about a dog, I'm assuming, and I hope it's about a dog, and I hope it's cozy because I love dogs and I like cozy, and I like sci-fi, and so it's a good combination. If it's not that, then I'm going to blame Josh in the book club. Shout out to Josh. Yeah, so thank you for paying attention to this very rambly and poorly worded wrap-up video. I promise if this is the first time you're checking out my channel. I'm not normally so ridiculous. And what is up with my hair? Why does it keep sticking out like this? I don't know. Anyway, thanks.